It's time to rob each other. Because he saved his money. But when I rob, I'm not to jack off my money. And I'm jealous of him because he got more money than me, and we've been doing the same thing. It's no honor among thieves. Y'all gonna end up killing each other. I can prove it. Turn on the news, man. Turn on the news. The only reason we killing each other in America, because if we was 4 and 5 years old, y'all wanna know white people don't kill each other? Because when white people go to school, they learn about George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Isaac Newton, Galileo, Da Vinci, Julius Caesar. All these people, I'm going to tell y'all, look y'all in y'all face, didn't discover or invent nothing. Nothing. But that's why white people respect themselves. Because when they go to church, they look at Jesus, he white. But I can prove to you right now, the first 3 popes of England was black men. Because we invented Christianity. You understand what I'm saying? Why would they tell you that? Why would they keep that from you? They ain't took nobody else's land. They ain't took nobody else's language. They ain't took nobody else's history. They ain't gave it to you yet, so they still taking it, right? If they ain't put all this information in these school books about the Moors, it's a black man named Alexander Pushkin. He invented the whole Russian language. The Russians were speaking French. They'd still be speaking French if it wasn't for what? Nigger. I ain't scared to use the word nigger, because I know where it comes from. We started Japan. Japan is older than China. The first martial artist, samurai warrior, was black. The only way you can be a samurai warrior in Japan right now is you gotta have some African blood. Did y'all know that? Because no, they always tell us about Hitler, the Holocaust, and you know. But what about our Holocaust? It's a Holocaust that they keeping away from you. They want you to care more about them. They want you to look at them as deities. You understand what I'm saying? When you ain't got no love and respect for yourself, you ain't gonna do no better. You ain't gonna want to do better. You gonna look at this dude, you gonna see this dude on the street, and you gonna get mad at him because you done messed up your life. You hear me? Ain't that why Cain killed Abel? It's been going on since the beginning of time. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing just started yesterday. Everything that we think that we just putting off, they've been doing for 20, 40,000 years. It's one race on this earth. That's the human race. And through biological implementation, 40,000 years ago, a group of black people left Africa called the Grimaldi's. They went up north to the Caucasus Mountains. When they went to the Caucasus Mountains, they got entrapped in the Caucasus Mountains because every so many thousand years, the earth spin around. Everything is a cycle. So this is another thing I want to tell y'all to respect y'all women. I'll get back to that. When they went to the Caucasus Mountains, they got enclosed in them mountains. The Ice Age began. This is before the Ice Age. So when they got enclosed in the mountains, they didn't get a chance to have the sun and the nutrients. That's why their hair grow longer. Because animals and mammals don't do nothing but adapt to our climate. That's all an animal does. That's what a roach know how to survive. So they know we gotta survive, but guess how they got us surviving? By killing each other off. The white people hair grow long. We think we got bad hair. We don't even know what bad hair is. Why their hair grow so fast? Because they was in a cold climate. So if you in a cold climate, ain't your hair gonna grow long to protect you from the cold weather? Ain't your nose gonna grow long and pointy so you can breathe in fresh air? Why our hair don't grow? Because we was in a warm climate. But let me tell y'all what's special about the warm climate that ain't so special about the cold climate. Without the sun, when nothing exists on this earth, a roach, a plant, no water, no grass, no nothing. We straight directly from it. They come from us. We are the first people that God created on this planet. Why would he come help us right now with the dumb stuff we doing right now? Why would he? Why would God come do anything for us right now if you can't even love your own brother? You know, we fighting over dumb stuff, man. And I was one of y'all, man. And a long time ago, when we started Asia, it was this man named Buddha. He walked from India all the way to East Asia. And on his way walking there, he studied the fighting mechanisms of different animals. He was a black man. He was like Lionel Richie. All you gotta do is look him up. We use Google for everything else. The information is there. We gotta seek, and you shall find. But you gotta wanna care about yourself. Because you ain't gonna, I mean, how many times we gonna keep up saying, you ain't gonna do it, but end up in jail, and you end up doing this, doing that. Man, I was the same cat. Cat used to come to me and tell, but ain't nobody ever tell me who I was. All I knew was about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman. What was black people doing before slavery? Why don't they put in the history books in school what we was doing before slavery? Because the stuff we was doing before slavery was too great for them to tell you about. It was too great. It was too powerful. We taught them language, writing, science, math. The pyramids is lying right over the stars, a constellation called the Orion's Belt. You can go outside and see it tonight. They lined it right up with the stars. It's 10,000 BC. You mean tell me a telescope just got invented in 1970 something? What did them people? But when you study them black people, they love themselves. The black people worship the woman. And I'm gonna tell y'all this because we so quick to disrespect a woman. They got a designed place so to separate the black man from the black woman. It's been going on like this ever since we've been in this country. Because when you take the black man away from the household, you automatically run the household. If you put all the power in the woman's hand, she can't run it. Why do they want us to disrespect our woman? What's so important about this black woman that we don't know about? We don't do nothing but call her a B, do this thing. And I ain't saying she's perfect. She don't got no sense either. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to the man to raise his daughter and his kids. She didn't did enough. To me, if a woman had nurtured that baby and that baby came out her womb, to me, if she wants to, she can go get on up out of her. It's your turn. If you man enough to make that seed, be man enough to take care of that seed. The ancient Africans praised the woman. When the Romans and Greece and them Grimaldi people went up there and they mutated, they grew long hair, they lost their pigmentation, they weren't able to create melanin. What makes our skin turn black is called melanin. It's in the grass, it's in the trees, it's in the birds, it's in the stars, it's in the water. Guess who ain't got a lot of it? White people. Why do you think when we stand out in the sun, we get darker? What they do? They get sunburned. They get diseases. That's a natural hate they thought God had against them. That's why they hate you. Because you got it. You don't know that. They gonna do everything in their will to keep that away from you. And God, you can't blame God. God made the sun. Without the sun, when none on this earth lives. He got to take care of the fish in the water. The bees, they dying out. Why would he come and help us? And the bees, they about to die out right now. You hear me? God already doing what he got to do. That's just like if your mama, buy you a car when you graduate from school. Pay for your whole college funds. Do everything, but you go to college, you smoke weed, and you do cocaine, and you mess it all up. You can't blame your mama. Your mama did what she had to do. God created the moon and the stars and the sun and the water. You hear me? Ain't nobody in control of your life, black man or black woman, but you. You are God. Every time you think, you create an atom. Mm-hmm. Atoms is behind your cells. Cells is behind your molecules. They ain't gonna tell you that, but the people running the world know that. That's how 1/10 of the whole world run the whole world. The whole world is thinking European eyes. You wanna know why? Because black people is in a coma. And until we wake up, we can do in the classroom what Michael Jordan did on the basketball court. Only reason he did it because he curved. Why don't we curve? We don't curve because they keep us out of there. I'm telling you right now that do a little more research about Africa. We found it everything. When the Moors left there in 1492, Queen Victoria and King Ferdinand of Spain, they thought of a way to, because we ran everything. We had invented everything. We brought religion there, all the, Da Vinci, Spain is right next to Italy. Why do you think Italians say, I'm not white, I'm Italian? You got to have black in you to be Italian. Because when the Moors invaded Spain, we came in there and slept with all our Italians. We didn't enslave none of them people. We treated them good. We gave them homes and houses. They gonna tell you we did them bad because they needed an excuse for when they enslaved our butts. They needed an excuse. Why do you think all white people hate Jewish people? Why do you think a German white man hate a Jewish white man? Because he got a little black in him. He was their first white boy to come out them caves. And when the first white boy came out them caves, he went to Africa. He saw the pyramids. He saw land. He saw papyrus paper, the same thing we writing on. He saw the Book of the Dead, which the white man called the Book of the Dead, but the only reason they called it because they was robbing our coffins. Same thing they doing right now. When you turn on the Discovery Channel, you see them all in Egypt going in our tombs. They don't want you to know that that's your stuff. That's why they keep you away from it. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta want it. And the only way that's gonna wake back up and we're gonna regain our consciousness as a one, we gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta come together. Okay. You know, to better yourself. Everybody hates and despise you, black man, because you hate and despise yourself. They ain't gonna try to help you get back on and help give you no money to do this and do that. I know this one cat, man, I love him to death, man. He had about 3 tattoos on his face. I said, how you gonna get a job? I don't need no job, I'm hustling hard. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, wake up to one day, man, after a while, black people ain't getting this cocaine and this weed in here. We don't own no ships and no boats. So they rule that too. So you might as well go do it legally and go get a job, because once they decide that you're making too much money, first they gonna lock you up. We make up 60% in the jail. We make up 60% of the penitentiaries in the whole America. Every war in Iraq and Iran was funded from the penitentiaries. When the Civil War ended, we think the Civil War ended because they wanted to let go of slaves. We think Abraham Lincoln ended slavery because they all of a sudden thought we was humans too. Do y'all want to know why the Civil War ended? Y'all want to know why the slaves had to get let free? Because the people who owned the slaves was the South. And the people who really didn't own slaves was the North. The North went to the South and realized, hey, ain't nobody come up in here buying them from us. Ain't nobody hiring us. Because the South figured, why would I hire a white man for $300 and pay him $300 a month when I could buy a nigga for one time for $300 and make a fortune? So the North went down to the South and said, hey man, you gotta let go of your slaves. It's stifling capitalism. America was built on capitalism. That's why they got Wall Street. In capitalism, the only thing that fuels capitalism is competition. People fighting to get to the top. Your Jay-Z's and your Puffys. Right. Your Kmart's and your Walmart. Right. That's the only thing that fuels America. Well, what keeps Kmart and Walmart open? We can change this whole country in the blink of an eye. All we gotta do is want to learn more about ourselves and where we come from. Stop taking everything they put on TV and thinking this is the truth. They putting it there because they know you ain't gonna read no books. It's black people that died and went to Egypt and discovered all this stuff that was took to write the Quran. The black man. That was took to write the Bible. The black man. That was took to write Judaism. The black man. Jesus wasn't no white man. He was a black man. Guess what he died for? So we can stop doing what we're doing right now. That's why Martin Luther King died. That's why Malcolm X died. That's why Marcus Garvey, did that. That's why Harriet Tubman did it. Harriet Tubman, man, she freed so many people. She said, I freed thousands of slaves. I could have freed thousands more if they knew they were slaves. That's what we have right now. We don't know we're slaves. In 1865, Harriet Tubman had this problem. She had to put guns to people's heads because they're going to go back because they thought Master treat them better. I ain't going to sit here and tell you to go get a job. Yeah, get a job, but have a goal. You don't want to work for him all your life. I just told you black man invented thinking. Beethoven was black. Why every image of Beethoven, you see he looked white. Same image, same reason Jesus looked white. Because they don't want you to know your greatness. Plain and simple. So when you listen to classical music, you in the elevator, you hear in the elevator. You're like, hold on, a black man invented that. Everything we invented. The piano, the guitar. I can go on and on and on. So just trust me, everything. They didn't invent nothing. And if you really want to know it, just research it, man. It's time for us to rise up and take our role and responsibility as black men and black women, man. And that's all I got to say.